Okay, welcome guys. Yeah. Okay. Uh, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming today. So welcome to the first music panel put together by DecibelLK. And my name is Dunesh, and I'll be your moderator for the panel. So today we are planning to discuss about music in movies, and we have two well-known individuals who have contributed to the local music scene when it comes to movies, and Nigel and Shenic. Welcome you two. How are you guys doing? Please come here the mic.
Yeah, this is the problem. You're producing, used to be behind the mic.
That's all. Shenic, say hi to everyone.
Hello, I'm really happy to be here, and thank you for inviting me. I thank Yas and Decibel, so let's go on.
Okay, since all are doing good, we thought of going on with our set of questionnaires for the panel. So starting with, I would like you to introduce yourself to the crowd.
Since I'm the designated person to start. Hi everyone, I'm Nigel Zilwa. I've been producing music for the last 3 to 4 years. Before that, I was a DJ and come from a musical background with my family. Producing music has probably been one of the better choices in my music career, because you don't want to get stuck being a DJ all your life, and also it helps you get that creative expression of yourself out. So as a music lover and somebody who collects music and listens to a lot of different types of music, I think the best thing that I could have done with my music knowledge was to start producing, and that's exactly what I've done.
Okay.
So my name is Shenic Tissera, formerly known as Fatal, but I am a small name change. Why I'm here right now today is because I scored on this movie called Iconic, which apparently won a film award at Hollywood Boulevard, and we were runners-up in San Diego Comic Con, and also we were runners-up in Great Festival London. And thought myself, I think it's pretty similar to what Nigel said, because I've been in the electronic dance music scene for like 3 to 4 years, and that's how I got into movies.
Okay, cool. I think you already answered the second question which I wanted to ask from you guys. But anyway, if you can elaborate a little bit more on why, like, you know, because there are some people who are doing music for maybe songs or maybe for small jingles and all, but when it comes to a movie, it's a big deal. So how you guys, how to say that, considering your backgrounds, like, you know, mainly he's into DJing and, you know, you are producing music. So how did you manage to come to make, how did you make up your mind to come and do a movie music, background music and scores? Yes, please.
To be honest, to be brutally honest, I didn't want to start scoring music. I mean, for movies until this guy Akash, you know him, he's the director and founder of Expo Junkies. He came up to me and he told me, why don't you try something like this? And I didn't think it through. I just told him yes because it was exciting, and then he left the room and I was like, okay, what am I going to do now? And then things went okay. I mean, I got used to it, and I researched on it, and that's how I started.
Coming from an advertising background, I know that music plays a very important part in helping tell a visual story and adds to what you're watching, right down to the small sound effect and, you know, sound design basically. And those are all important components that help you enjoy a movie. Because without the music you get in movies, I think a lot of the drama and the dramatic effect effect that you get won't be there if you didn't have that singular piece that can build it up or bring it down and so on and so forth. So I have always been into that sort of thing with sound design, where I feel that a visual medium should meld well with the auditory medium. However, getting into sound tracking was also, Nigel said, by accident. I was producing music with my friend Kishore, and my friend Prasad Pereira, who is a short film director, he called me up and said, would you like to work on this, some of the music for Cemetery Men? And since I felt really passionate about music and how it works with the visual medium, I immediately said yes. And at that time also I was moving in doing electronic house music, hip hop and hip hop, which kind of blended well with the sort of music, movie and tone that was looking to make. So it gave me the script, I read through it, and I thought, I could do something for this.
So you were doing all the experiments before?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, our next question is, okay, it's not the same, even though we are doing jingles or tracks, songs. It's not the same sound setup when it comes to movies, because I know that we use Dolby sound setup or 5.1 or surrounding sound setup. So with that, how was the experience, and how easy or hard for you guys to go ahead with that challenge?
I think the hardest part for me was actually creating music based on a script as opposed to creating music based on a visual, because that's how we really started the whole soundtrack for Cemetery Men. I got the look and feel from the script, which was actually still in its early stages. So I was like trying to imagine how the movie would look with Prasad. So that I think was the more difficult process for anyone, because it's not like we were doing the music after the movie was made, which is usually what happens. They build the music track, after the scenes are done so that they can match it in. As far as using the software, because I've been using that software to produce music and with the show on record labels, we were kind of familiar with the way the DAW works, so that wasn't the problem. The problem was actually trying to visualize what the movie would look like to fit the music, or juxtapose the music on it.
Okay, you were in the movie before it was there.
Pretty much, actually, yes.
Okay.
Trust me when I say this, I had to go through a lot of research.
Okay.
A lot of questions were there in my mind. My mind was everywhere, so I had to have Akash next to me while I make something. Through every process, I had to have some kind of help, because this was my first time going into something really serious. So it kind of took some time for me to get the first few steps done, but then it went really okay. I mean, I got the hang of it, and then I just went on with it, and it turned out really well.
Okay, the other question is, okay, again, when you are doing the normal music setup, like, again, in your area, maybe jingles or stuff, and music tracks, what were the areas that you never thought which is there when it comes to the movie background music and scores?
So to be honest, as I said earlier, I had a ton of research before I started working on it, so I didn't actually have any experience on what that should be there. I kind of experienced it all, and I gained so much knowledge working on editing itself, and it was good. The experience was good.
The thing is, creating different types of music for different sorts of applications always has made differences. Like, for example, from a commercial point of view, when you're creating music, the music has to kind of resonate with the tone of the product and so on and so forth. When you're creating music for listening, then it has to cater to the person that's listening to music, or the genre of people that are listening to the music, and it has to affect them in the way that other music affects them. So likewise, even with making music for movies, you have to think a lot about the tone and the color of the movie. say, which is what the music has to support. Music is always a supporting entity in a movie. Sometimes a really bad movie can actually come together with a good soundtrack. And understanding the nuances that can build up the sort of tone that you want in the movie, that is where it's kind of different and difficult to use your process. Because the other processes, you know exactly what you need to do. You have to sell a product or you have to sell a track. Whereas this, you have to sell somebody's acting, you have to sell somebody's movie, somebody's story, and those processes of understanding are way different. And that, I think, was one of the biggest things that really caught me off guard, was understanding that this was not a track for people to dance to or for people to, you know, kind of like get emotionally involved with. It was a track, it was music that had to be emotionally involved with the movie and the people acting in the movie and their characters.
Okay, yeah, that's a good answer. And apart from that, okay, we all work on some sort of a platform to do our music. Okay, so that's the trickiest question because maybe you can give away your secrets. So what are the DAWs that you use?
Well, actually, there's no secret. But I don't know. I have been kind of heckled by the studio community for using Ableton. You know, a lot of people say Ableton, yeah, is not studio quality, but I've been using Ableton for the last 5 years. It works perfectly fine actually. And the thing is, Ableton now has progressed as part of as an actual DAW. And again, when you're in a learning process, you want to learn as fast as possible, and that's where Ableton has been rather helpful in helping with that process. Of course, it does help to kind of do stuff online as well. There are plenty of courses online, which is how I learned production. I actually did a course online and got the basics of it, and that really helped. And once you get that, it doesn't really matter what sort of digital audio workstation you use, because they all work at the same principles. It's just that the menus are set differently, you know, if you know the technical, like what your output needs to be and how you need to begin your track, then it really doesn't make any difference what you use. You know, some people use Cool Edit and Audacity to make music. So, you know, it's very good. Personally, I have always used Ableton. I tried using Reason. I found it highly unreasonable. So, I just stuck with Ableton. Yeah.
Okay, apart from that, what are the special VSTs that you use?
That is a difficult question to answer because you never really remember. I really actually, for sort of movies that I like and like to do music for, I have a thing called the Lounge Lizard, which is this really cool 80s sort of very precise organ tones. And of course, I think everybody knows Nexus. Nexus is essentially more for EDM and trance, but you can kind of tweak it a bit, and that's what's cool about Ableton. Got so many filters.
They have good pad.
Exactly, and which you can tweak and play with along with the Ableton's built-in filters. So yeah, so those are the main VSTs that I use. Of course, if you buy them magazines, studio music, you already get this series that come full of VSTs. So you can lose track of how many VSTs you have.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought I could start with, everyone else knows this. I started making EDM with FL Studio. Okay, so I thought I could do something with it because it's the most flexible DAW I've used. But then I thought I should be open to more sources. And then I started using Cubase, which turned out really well, and that's where I made my hit Viking, which plays at the end of editing. And I used both FL Studio and Cubase to make a lot of things. But
You use Cubase for recording purposes or for
both. Because there was one soundtrack which I had to record vocals into it, which would make it more sad and emotional, which a woman was like, so I used Cubase for that, and for compiling and mostly drums, I used FL Studio.
Okay. Cool. I got now a lot of new knowledge from you too. which I can use in the future. Next question is, okay, we all get influenced by some maybe international or local musicians. So, who inspired you to do your music? And did you had a reference movie or something like that when you do your movies?
Yes, obviously. Of course, I had for my lyric, I should have a reference because it was a really tough job for me as a beginning. And I would say my biggest influences in music scoring is John Williams. John Williams is the first one came with the scores for Harry Potter, things like that. And secondly, Hans Zimmer. They are the most influential people in my world of music. So they taught me a lot of how to make music scores really emotional, and it's really unexplainable how they make us feel, the way they hit you right there, and it's great, man. The way that how talented they are and what they teach you, it's amazing.
Back to Nigel.
For Sanitary Men, the inspiration was trip hop. I listened to a lot of Tricky and Massive Attack. Also Portishead and Lamb. It's all like fairly progressive hardcore trip hop artists from the late 90s. And it's that sort of darkness that was being looked for in the soundtrack in the Sanitary Men. But what a lot of people don't know is in the track itself, I used quite a bit of sampling from Led Zeppelin's All on the Love, local samples, and just a few things like reversing the vocals and stuff. So you could say some of the inspiration came from classic rock as well, because that again is my musical background. My father listened to a lot of classical rock, so I really wanted to add some of that flavor into the track. As far as inspiration for music goes, the list is really endless. I mean, it starts from like Nat King Cole to Drake, for example. Anyone, I think Drake is pretty good. He's a fantastic producer, and that's probably the reason why he's got so many number ones at the same time in the US charts. So you can pick up musical production, influence and inspiration from literally anybody. There'll always be somebody who has fantastic production value. And when I say production value, I'm not just talking about the music and all, but the way it's placed, the way the filters are used, the way certain tones and elements are highlighted and brought up. Some sounds pushed forward, some sounds balanced to the left, where some sounds balanced to the right. And it's that whole composition of what you do is what makes it inspiring. So a lot of people do that really well. So it's not really the artist per se, but more the song or the track that you listen to and you think, I'd like to do that in my music as well, and you know how to do it.
Okay, I think from that we'll be concluding the questionnaires, and people who are watching us, if you have any questions, please hit us with them.
Not literally.
Okay.
When you take into aspects of cinema, if you take an example, like the new movie Baby Driver, so music plays a huge part in every action scene, every scene basically. So what's the deal here? Like, do they actually, what's the better deal here? Do we actually shoot the scenes for the music, or do we make the scenes, make music for the scenes? How does it work?
If you take that question technically, I mean, I would prefer coming up with a score for the movie. I mean, if you shoot it and then you come up with a score. that's how you get the real feeling out of what you should pass to the audience, people who are watching it, how should they feel, and everything they feel should come through the music. And it's easy, anyone could come up with a video or a movie for a song. It depends on the acting. But then the music plays a huge role, a major part of the movie, that sometimes it's the only thing that gives the audience the real emotion that they should feel. So, in my opinion, what is best for you to do is shoot the movie first and then come to the Nigel has to.
Well, I come from a different thought process because I kind of made the music based on the script. But I think when it comes to a movie, a lot of it depends on the director and what the director wants with the outcome of the music in the movie. A movie, for example, one of my favorite directors who really marry a soundtrack with a movie is Quentin Tarantino. And Quentin Tarantino, you can see a lot of his personal choice goes into the soundtracking of the movie. But it's not him who does it. He will have the sound engineers and those guys. So he will sit with them and say, you know what, guys, I want these sort of tracks to be built into the movie, and I want you to create music that will go in that flavor of the movie. Then there's Atomic Blonde, which I watched yesterday. Also a fantastic movie that had a fantastic soundtrack. But that soundtrack was actually very period sensitive. So a lot of the music that came in that soundtrack was more to kind of highlight the period the movie was in and the country that was in. So it was based in Germany, Berlin. So you got like about 6 different versions of 99 Red Balloons. So in that sort of, so it's a process that goes between the director, the producer, and the sound, the guys who are in charge of the sound. And it depends on what the director wants to do with the movie. Ideally, like Shenic said, it's great if you can have something visual to plan your music around, but then in the case of someone like Quentin Tarantino, when he writes his script, he has an idea of what he wants played with that script. So that's when the sound producer, the music producer, sits with the director and they hash it out. So there are different schools of thought. It really depends on what the outcome of the movie is to be.
Okay. We have a few more questions. I know that in the background we have more questions. So if you can see the first question, favorite plugin, favorite DST. Do you have a favorite DST?
I think Lounge Laser is one of my favorite DSTs. You can find it. I can't remember who did it. It came actually bundled with some Korg software that I purchased some Korg products, and it came bundled with it. Yeah, it's a very cool DST plugin because it kind of captures a tone that you don't get with modern instruments.
I'd have to go with DST expressions. It's totally based on orchestral instruments. It has everything orchestral. So that's what I made most use out of for editing, and that I think I should go with.
Okay, seems like we have a lot of questions today. What's the worst is that has happened during a movie production? Okay. So yeah, you know the question. What has happened during the movie production?
Movie production as in
The worst, like this can happen. Like maybe your project got lost or it got corrupted.
Yeah.
This happens.
Yeah, I think that happened to me. That's one of the reasons why I moved to Cubase, because FL Studio prices a lot.
Really?
Yeah, it prices a lot, and Cubase is super smooth, and that's one of the worst things that has happened to me during the movie. Apart from that, everything else is just it's something every producer does.
Okay, cool. Nigel.
Yeah, the lead track for Cemetery Men was done 3 times over because I have a bad habit with my files and I lost the files. So that is probably the worst thing that happens to a movie production. It's me.
Wow. Yeah, that's a very good experience. Okay. I have two more questions. I think you already answered regarding the softwares, DAWs that you use. There's a special question from Nigel. Would you consider doing a movie star? Wow.
That's a drama again. Of course.
Why
I
not?
would love that.
That's not.
I think Ranjan Ramnayaka is like the best Sri Lankan anti-hero. And I mean that in both the literal sense and the artistic sense. Yeah, so we've asked the question, if you know Ranjan Ramnayaka, I would like to do like a Punisher type movie with Ranjan Ramnayaka.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, transgender Punisher type.
Oops.
Can you imagine what that soundtrack would be like?
Okay. That's that with all these cool sound effects like you know.
Yes.
Anyway, okay, we have another question.
With zero budget.
I think
I think
it's up to you to answer.
I think we are the kings of piracy in Asia, so I think most of us work on a zero budget. The thing is, the reason why even Shenic had the same problem, we've lost our files. I think we all know that the more original software you use, the more safer your production is going to be and the more clean your production is going to be. But unfortunately, making music is a really expensive thing, and I certainly would spend more of my money on buying equipment. Right now, I've got the Ableton Push at home, which I am dying to get out and play with, and that's visually quite a fantastic piece of equipment to use. So that's where my money would go, but there's no such thing as producing music on a zero budget if you're doing it on a professional level. If you're going to go into the studio and if you're going to be doing music for soundtracks and stuff like that, you will find that actually having to pay for software and pay for your instruments and stuff like that, however small it may be, will always be more beneficial in your final output. And there are now open source audio software, and there are instruments that are fairly cheap, like you can pick up Vogue Nano series for literally under 20,000 rupees, which will give you a mixer, keyboard and pad controller. So, you know, there's no such thing as zero budget, but there is such a thing as budget.
Yeah, as Nigel said, I don't think that you could do a movie in a professional or serious level with a zero budget. To be honest, you can't. If you could, that would be great. That would be awesome. But still, I don't think you can do it in a zero budget because it requires a level of standard that should be there in the movie. So that's my.
Okay, cool. We have one more question. Okay, the PC specs that you got. Okay, so you guys are working on Mac. Okay, Windows. Okay, it does Windows specs.
That's a very funny question because my PC is total crap.
Okay.
What I do is I bounce music a lot. Like my PC can't handle the amount of CPU that the Joe has. So I bounce my tracks and I turn every instrument into an audio file and then I compile it again and then I go to the studio. And then I do my work there because I can't do stuff with my PC. It's undoable.
Okay. Maybe from the next movie you can earn some money and get a good computer.
We all wish that dream. My specs are basically, since I'm not using graphics-based machine or software, it's actually easier to get or build a machine for sound production. Personally, I've got a quad-core processor i3, which is running 8 GB of RAM, but it's got a Dolby sound card. And that's where the music really needs a Dolby or a high-end sound card to work with. Because at the end of the day, if you're doing video application, then a high-end video card is what you need. But if you're doing sound, a high-end sound card is what you need. Ample amounts of RAM and ample amounts of hard disk space so that your software doesn't need to use also other background software don't need to use RAM to kind of clog up your processors, you can use some of the RAM saving on the hardware on a hard disk page. So big hard disk, really good sound card, lots of RAM, quad-core processor should be fine.
Okay, cool. We have one more question. That's for you. Aren't you doing any songs with Hipsy?
Why you don't do songs with Hipsy? The thing is, I am planning on doing this song with Hipsy, but there's this problem time. We don't have time to do anything because he's 24 and working on his job, and I have studies and assignments, and I have music to work on as well, and there's this stuff in the high school junkies that I'm working on. So we've come up with different ideas and basic structures of songs, but we never really had the time to work on them. So our plan is to stop something else in order to do this. I'm glad you guys asked me this question because we just spoke about this collaboration like last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm pretty excited about it, and I hope you guys are excited about it as well.
Okay, I think that's all we have from the audience. And I think we have two names from the home music scene joining us on videos. So they are Rasanga Veeratna and Jonathan George of Street Light Mist.
For us is that we are working in 3 different time zones. So it's always tough, but we have found our way over there where I can be working on various and possibly in my daytime.